ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. So, first of all, things to report. The live stream started with no sound. That was my fault. But then it came back for the video. And second of all, things have been a little bit freeform because I've been watching the World Cup and keeping up with that as much as I can. And yeah, it means that the live streams are going to be a bit freeform as well. So what I've done is, and this is just an exclusive for you people that are watching right at the beginning of the live stream, even though people might be able to spot it, in the background is my studio room, but I'm not actually in my studio room. This is the amazingness of technology. And you might be able to hear as well that I've got my lapel mic on because I'm not in my studio room. So anyway, long story short, I was watching France against Senegal in the World Cup earlier. And yeah, it just means that I'm trying to keep things going with the live stream point of view from that perspective, the point of view of live streams, and I'm keeping the videos going, of course, but tonight there wasn't there wasn't a football match that I was directly kind of supporting, even though France and Senegal, I wanted to see who won that, if anybody did win it, because I had to now change in order to quickly set things up. When I say quickly set things up, so I'm using my laptop. So I'm running this through my laptop, and so these are people watching this. I don't know whether people would think I'm actually in the studio room or not, whether it's good enough that it looks like it could happen. I don't know. I can't really see it on my screen that clearly, but it does look like I'm kind of, in my studio room. But yeah, the sound obviously will be, massively different because I'm not using a condenser mic, which is kind of usually sitting here. Oh, I know what I should have done. Is that, because this is just a picture in the background of my studio room, I should have put the microphone there as well, but then again, people would... I'd get loads of messages from people saying, Phil, I think there's something wrong with your condenser mic. And I'd have to keep on explaining it. So, I guess that's one way that you would notice, apart from maybe the pixelating bits at the, the edges of myself. You might be able to tell that, the sound's totally different, even though there's a condenser mic. It doesn't sound like a condenser mic. So, anyway, yes, I've been watching the World Cup, and let me get some things up on screen because I should still be able to do this. First of all, we'll get the likes goal up on screen for tonight. We're going for 345 likes, 345. That's what we're going for tonight. And if we do hit that target, we'll have Phil Jam number 334. So if you guys could leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, it would be very much appreciated. And we've got the fireworks going off as well. So let me try and figure out what happens here. Oh, no, it's not doing it. So the fireworks went off in front of the background. So yeah, that's interesting. But anyway, I'll stop talking about the background, so then people might not know that there is a background going on. Anyway, yes, if you could leave a thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. I'm now waiting for the fireworks to go off again, but they haven't. If we hit that target, we'll bust out the Mugabe, because that's what I have, because I can't reach off to the side to pick up the guitar because it doesn't exist. So I have got a Mugabe next to me here, but then I think if I start playing the guitar, the neck of the guitar might disappear because the technology might not recognize the guitar as being... Obviously, it's not a person, so it wouldn't recognize the guitar. So yeah, we'll see what happens then. If indeed we do hit that target for tonight's live stream. The other thing is, with my laptop, it was on maybe 54% battery, so I didn't plan this very well. Now we're down to 49, so yeah, we might last for the whole, hour and 15 minutes. We might not. Whatever happens, happens. If everything just crashes, then you'll know exactly what's happened, that my laptop has died. So, also, I'm kind of sat behind a desk that has something really close to my knee, so I might knock into it, in which case it'll look like there's an earthquake going on, but that's just me being really close to this desk. But let's now get maybe the names of my patrons up on screen, if indeed that does work, and it does look like it's going through. So, right. Thank you guys for all of your support over on patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. The people, if you don't know, at the bottom of the screen, they're the foundation of everything that I do. They make this all possible. So a massive thank you to you guys. You know who you are. And the last thing that we get up on screen is the donations tab, because you don't have to donate, just watching is great. So yeah, obviously for those people that do donate, every donation is very much appreciated, but it's not a necessity. You don't have to do that for any of the analysis videos or during the live streams, anything like that. Yeah, just watching is great. So, right, getting into what's been going on with, mostly I've been watching as much of the World Cup as I can. I've missed a few of the matches, as well as now France against Senegal, because they might still be playing now, I'm not sure. I just had to get out of there in order to quickly set this up. But we do have England's first game tomorrow. And now the problem with England, and I think this was just kind of going to be the case, it's just destiny that this is going to happen. So England are playing tomorrow, which is a Wednesday, which is fine, because I do my normal video, release at 8 o'clock. But England are playing on Saturday. Oh no, they're playing not this Saturday. So I think I might be able to do another live stream on Saturday. But they're playing next Tuesday. So that means that there'll be no live stream because England are playing. And then England are playing on, guess what? Saturday. So England are playing on both of the live stream days. So it means that I won't be live streaming literally next week at all. And yeah, I think that's probably the first time that's happened in, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 12 years, because I'm usually live streaming at least once a week. So that'll be happening. But oh yeah, but even with the World Cup, it didn't mean 4 years ago that England's games clashed with live streams. So yeah, unfortunately, again with the time zones as well, it just means that they are kind of later on in the day, because the time in the USA and Canada and Mexico is obviously different. So yeah, it means that I won't be live streaming next Tuesday or next Saturday. So yeah, there'll be nothing going on there. But as I understand it, I will be live streaming on Saturday night. I'm just trying to think. I don't know which games are going on. But breakdown. We had the game that I watched on Saturday, which was the Brazil game, and they drew 0-0. I thought Brazil were going to win their first game, but they, drew 1-1, and I think, people weren't particularly happy about that, or maybe, people that think that Brazil could go quite far. Sometimes it's quite good to see a team, to see kind of where your team stacks up. England haven't played yet, so I don't know what England are going to be like, but it meant that, because I said about following Scotland, because my mum was born in Scotland, Scotland are in the same group as Brazil, and Scotland won 1-0, so now they're top of the group in the Brazil group. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how Scotland do, because now the good teams in that group are going to have to, I think it was Brazil and Morocco, are now going to have to try to win their remaining games to then go through to the round of 32, as it is. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, see what happens. I haven't checked when those games are happening, but hopefully they won't clash with any of the live stream stuff going on. Right, so everything is up on screen that we normally have, apart from the lycometer. which I can see is currently at 168 likes so far. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. If you could give that, I don't know, reliable, more solid on my Mac Studio rather than the laptop. But yeah, there we'll keep an eye out for the random fireworks going on. Maybe I'll have to just limit the amount of thumbs up that I do. So yes, right. Let me just scroll up, make sure everything's all right on the screen, because now as soon as I move the screen, we lose the likeometer because it's doing the screen capture. So maybe that's gonna, because I'm now making the computer work, do things all at the same time, and this is my laptop, so hopefully it won't affect it too badly. But yeah, I just saw somebody saying about buffering. Mel Castra says, buffering. So yeah, that might have been me just adjusting things. So now I just totally lost the screen. So I don't know what happened there. So yeah, it just totally lost the connection to YouTube. So fingers crossed that we can maintain the connection. Okay, now I'm going to have to go over here and see if we can get anything. Right, YouTube has cut out twice in a row on my screen. And I don't know whether when it cuts out on my screen, that means that you don't get to see my screen either, or get to see me. So, yeah, I can see you guys in the live chat room. You're saying about buffering. So that must mean that when it cuts out on my screen on YouTube, that must mean it shows you a buffering signal. But I don't get the buffering thing here. So yeah, maybe it's, I don't know what that would be connected to, but I will keep on talking as I normally do, because what I can see on screen at the moment, YouTube is connected. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Right. Let's get organised from a donations perspective, because I will get the likeometer off the screen. It's already, let me just see if it comes back. Okay, right, that was on and now it's off. But I just want to quickly address the donation that I saw Paul make, and Paul donated $5. So thank you for that, Paul. And the message was, howdy all y'all, let's have fun tonight. Please spike the likes. Peace, love, and rock. So thank you for that, Paul. And there were a few donations over on PayPal as well. So I will address those. I'm going to have to move this screen. I don't have a lot of real estate, as they say in the USA. I don't have a lot of real estate on my screen. So I'm having to move things in the way of other things to then see particular things. So let's now jump into the PayPal window to see what was going on in there, because there was a donation from earlier. And let me just scroll down to see where this came in from. It was John. So thank you for this, John. It was a £5 donation, and I believe it's a straight up donation, which it is. So thank you for that, John. And I think there was another one that came in. Let me just get to here. And yes, another one. This is from Philip. So thank you for this, Philip. It's another £5 donation. And yeah, another straight up donation. So no message with that. And then Karen donated £7 and 13 pence. So thank you for that, Karen. And I'll just scroll down because there is a message with this. And Karen says, greetings from hot Sacramento, California. Phil, we've been at about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So today is my birthday, but there are lots of us in June. On the 23rd, I don't think you're going to do a live stream, and that is Paula Pendergrass's birthday. I thought we could celebrate together. So thank you for that. Now, what is... Oh, yeah, so that'll be next Tuesday. So next Tuesday... Oh, yeah, that's when England are playing their next match. So next Tuesday, next Saturday, England games. So yeah, I won't be live streaming there. But yeah, a happy birthday for then, Paula, in the future. And thank you, Karen, for letting me know about that. So I think another donation's just snuck in. And this is Karen, who's donated £5.35. So thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, while you're rooting for the soccer teams, are you going to eat anything other than pizza? For example, for Scotland, will you have haggis? For Brazil, preto feito, and with the buffering, go all out with a buffet. Enjoy yourself. Karen, so thank you for that. And I haven't eaten any pizza yet, even though the World Cup has been going for, I think it started last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we're getting on for a week and I haven't had any pizza yet. So it's just been a normal diet really. But at some point there will be some pizza happening, whether it's watching football or not, I do not know. The only thing that I've had, but it's not really kind of bad or, I guess calorific or too calorific. It's just been popcorn. So yeah, popcorn is the treat of choice and a bit of a healthy treat, I would say. Yeah, it's not too bad. So thank you for that. Now, because I have to move these screens out the way to see one screen to then see another screen. So now I can see that something happened in the super chat window, and it was Elaine who donated $5. So thank you for that, Elaine. And the message is, can we get a shout out for our Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup? I thought that was going to be a weather warning there for a second. But it goes on. National Hockey League team from North Carolina, for those unacquainted. So thank you for that, Elaine. And I don't really know anything about ice hockey. I don't know whether it's the same as normal hockey. I know a little bit about that, but still not too much about hockey. So I think in normal hockey, you have to be within a particular distance to the goal before you can try and shoot and score. And then you can't have corners on ice. So yeah, they just go behind that's what I've seen. They go behind the goal in ice hockey. But the other thing that I've seen where it seems like it's okay to fight, that when two people like bump into each other and then they don't like each other, and then they take off their hats and their gloves and start having a fight. But then they're just left to fight. I don't really understand that. It must be just maybe it's like hockey is a bit like boxing. I don't know whether they score points if they then start fighting with each other, and then if you win the fight, then you get a goal. I don't know how it works, but it does seem a bit silly to allow people to fight. But the other thing about hockey, which I've always thought is quite dangerous, is the hockey sticks. Because certainly in normal hockey, they're basically like weapons. So when they go back to shoot, I did see in a Great Britain match, and it was the women's hockey team, and it was at the Olympics. I don't know whether it was the last one or it might have been the one before. But there was a member of the opposition was about to shoot. So she went back and unfortunately smacked this Great Britain player in the face. And I think it like fractured her cheekbone and broke her nose. And yeah, it wasn't particularly nice. So that's the problem with those sticks, or at least with normal hockey. And yeah, I've got to assume that, because I've seen people playing ice hockey, and it's called a puck. In normal hockey, they play with a hockey ball, but the puck, I've seen them try to really hit it hard. They do really go for it. So I wouldn't like to be on the end of an ice hockey stick either. So yeah, it all seems a bit dangerous for my liking. I think with football, even though you get bad injuries, or soccer, as it's called in the USA. But with football, generally the injuries are going to be like impact injuries, and you can get broken legs, which aren't very nice, and broken noses and that kind of stuff. But the object of the game being the ball, if the ball hits you, then it's not a disaster. Whereas if a hockey ball hits you, because they are solid hockey balls, and I guess hockey pucks are, but they have protection, like helmets and padding and stuff. But in hockey they don't have any protection, and it's a really solid ball. So if you got hit by that in the face, that's not going to be much fun either. So let's move on. So congratulations to Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup. Now something totally not related to ice hockey, but talking about Hurricanes, I saw something on the Hurricane Katrina, which I didn't really know a lot about, because it was reported here in the UK when it happened many years ago. But I saw a bit of a documentary, and I had no idea how absolutely devastating it was. So it's crazy to think the amount of damage that did, and then seeing it, and then not even really appreciating the geography of it, of the fact that the water level is actually being held back by the walls, or I don't know whether it's called a dam or not, but it is basically keeping the water out of New Orleans, and they failed, or one of them failed, or they had multiple failures. So it meant that when the hurricane came through, if the walls were breached, it just means now all of the water can basically fill in, and people were in their houses, but their houses were now underwater, which is absolutely crazy. So what a disaster that was. But I didn't really know a lot about that. It's something that I guess in the UK, and I guess with other countries where we have disasters here in the UK, it's reported on, but you don't really get to see the full extent of what happened. So that was a very illuminating documentary to see that, and how, weather events are becoming more and more regular, and certainly here in the UK with the heat wave that's happened, and it wasn't even summer yet, and then we had it looks like my YouTube is just disconnected again, so I'm going to keep waiting for this to maybe come back, and I'm just going to wait to see if on screen my YouTube comes back, because it just disappeared, and now it seems like it's back again. So I'm not really sure. I'm just going to scroll up to see if I am moving on the screen, and I am talking on the screen that I'm looking at. So I'm not sure why the picture keeps disappearing. So anyway, on mine is cut out, but apparently I'm still on screen on other people's devices. So just my YouTube feed is going all over the place, but I'll just assume that everything is still fine, and it hasn't disconnected. But crazy weather events. I think in the UK they say that it's going to be getting warmer again, but kind of mid-20s Celsius isn't too bad. But it's when it starts getting up to the high 20 degrees Celsius and the low 30s, mid 30s, that's basically game over. But it's something that's going to be happening more and more regularly, I guess. But certainly the storms, I know that over in Florida, when we didn't have a bad storm when I was there, when I was a kid and we went to Disney World, but there was, what I'd consider very heavy rain and winds. But I guess it's different in England, because we think, oh wow, this is really heavy rain, but then over in different countries they think, well, no, this is normal. This hasn't even started yet. So we'll have to keep an eye on the serious weather events, and hopefully we don't get too many of those here in the UK. But anyway, we'll just quickly jump into the likeometer, because I can see that we are at 212. So if you could give a thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. And if we do hit the thumbs up, or do the thumbs up, we're going to get fireworks. But if you could hit the thumbs up, then if we hit 345 likes for tonight, then we will bust out the Mugabe and have a fill jam. But I mean, we've got a ways to go, so we will see. And how are we doing battery wise? 36%. So we might get beaten by the battery, which it might get us out of jail free, because we're at 217, which means that we're looking for, it just jumped up to what, 224, which means we're looking for another, 121 more people to hit the thumbs up. So yeah, we've still got a bit of a ways to go before we get close to that target, but we might be beaten by the laptop battery, because yeah, I'm live streaming on my laptop tonight. So now I can see that Carry On Wayward Son, have I mentioned the vote? It's 59% at the moment for Carry On Wayward Son, and that is up against Parisian Walkways. Is it? I think it is. I can only see the one that is in the lead at the moment. So, Ninja Kitty says the battery has been much lower. Oh, and now it's gone off the screen. So the battery has been much lower and about the same time in past, so should be no problem. Fingers crossed. Well, it started on, 54, and we're now down to 35. So this is even more maths that I don't normally do. Are we halfway through the live stream? Maybe. Oh, we're not quite halfway through, because it's 35 minutes past. So we usually finish at, quarter past, which means we have another, 40 minutes left. So it might be touch and go for the battery. We'll have to, wait and see. So now, with, first of all, plugging in to, a wall outlet, the problem that I've got with that is that I'm using everything on my laptop in order to plug in, because I've got a microphone that takes up kind of one thing. I've got the interface so that you can hear the microphone. That's another thing. And I have got the I've got a mouse plugged in as well. That's another thing, because it's easier for me to navigate with a mouse rather than having to do it all on the laptop, with the not sure what you call it, the thing that you roll your finger around, the trackpad. Is that what it's called? So using the trackpad is a bit of a pain. So I've plugged in a mouse. Just instantly kind of forgot what it was called there. So yeah, I'm using up all the things that I normally do use up, because to have the plug, I've got to go into the Thunderbolt port. And the Thunderbolt port is what I'm using for the interface, so that you can hear the sound, because I think that's probably one of the most important things to get on the live stream. So yeah, I might try and reorganize things to see if I can plug into a wall outlet. It would help, but it probably just is more the case that I need to charge my laptop before the live stream, because I think if it's charged to full, then it'll be fine. It won't be a problem. We will last. Anyway, there has been another donation in the PayPal window, so thank you for this. It is Tammy who has donated £10. So thank you for this, Tammy. And the message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 531,000 subscribers. That is astounding. Keep on bringing them in. Love and rock. So thank you for that, Tammy. And can I somehow grab this from somewhere? There it is. And I don't think we have any cheering on my laptop. So there we go. We just have to look at the number in relative silence. Just me talking. And just celebrate, 531,000 subscribers. So thank you everyone for hitting the thumbs up, subscribing and leaving comments, interacting with the channel. It is very much appreciated. As I always say, we will keep on pushing forward and see when and where we end up. Who knows when we're going to end up in the future, but it's definitely going to be in the future. So yeah, thank you guys for subscribing, 531,000. It's a very nice audience, but yeah, we'll just keep on doing what we do and see what happens. Now let's have a little bit of a chat about Sunday's video, because I made a video about Ardo, and this, I don't know whether it's a troll corner thing, maybe not a troll corner. I don't think the troll lives on my laptop, so we can't see the troll anyway. But a few of the comments that I've had, first one would be, and if you haven't seen Sunday's video, it's me analysing a video, and this is, again, another thing that people fail to understand about my videos. They don't understand that I'm being sent videos to look at, to then analyse, to say what's going on in the performance. And that's how it works. So with this Ardo artist, it was a live performance that I was sent that somebody wanted me to look at. There's also a 2-hour live show that involved the whole show of this, the whole of Ardo's set. So I looked at that as well. And I also got the, it was the audio, the studio release for Show, I think was the name of the song. So yeah, looking at that, I also pointed out that getting any kind of footage that wasn't edited was really difficult, because in the shows it was posted quite clearly that nobody's allowed to film. So I say in my video that the reason for not being allowed to film is the industry say, oh, it's because we don't want people to ruin the experience for other people. But I think more truthfully it's because they don't want the live performances being cross-referenced and the live audio being checked against anything else. So yeah, it was really difficult to find anything. And first of all, somebody said, oh, why are you pointing out something that everybody knows anyway? I.e. that, yeah, the live shows are very much kind of backing track orientated. Well, it was requested, so the answer to that is that the person requesting it didn't know. And there are a lot of people that aren't, I guess in the circle of fans who know that what they're watching isn't really, what's going to happen, or they all know that when you go to watch a show that there's going to be lots of kind of vocals that are on the backing track. So yeah, you've got that side of it. People don't really watch my channel enough to know what's going on. But the other comment that I've had is that people say the reason they don't want anybody filming is because Ardo is an artist, and you would have seen it in the video, is an artist who wants to remain anonymous so that people don't know who she is. Well, I'm going to say a she, because I could say if you're really anonymous, you could say, well, they don't know who he or she is. But I think people have said that it's a woman, and therefore a she that doesn't want to be known. But if you look at the videos, the whole point of the live performance is that she's in darkness. She's not lit at any point during her performance. So again, to say, oh, they don't want people to film because they don't want people to just film a silhouette that you can't even make out who it is anyway. So that's not the reason for people being asked not to film. So yeah, another person said, and this is the final comment that I'll relate or refer to, they said, why are you only choosing these videos? Why don't you choose something else to show that she has got a good voice and that she does sing live? And I answered that person saying that I'm looking at the videos that I've been sent, but also I spent ages trying to find some real live footage, and that's why I included the only thing I could find, which was about a 10 to 15 second Instagram reel that shows that she was singing live at this particular show because it's filmed by a security guard there. So again, and they think that I'm trying to always point these things out, and that somebody said, oh, this is how, I've seen creators like this before where they're just trying to get views by pointing out all the negative things about an artist who's well known. And I answered that comment and say that in my video, I show that I can't find anything in order to show that she is singing live apart from this one thing. And I do present that. So I say in my video about the fact that she does sing live because I found proof of that, but everything that you'll find in an official capacity is edited. It's pitch corrected. Even for the 2 hours worth of show, they have been through that 2 hours and edited it all. They've pitch corrected the whole performance. So yes, a lot of work. But if say for example that this person's comment was true and I was only trying to present a negative thing, then I wouldn't have presented the counter argument against my own analysis by proving that she is singing live. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. People don't really, I don't know, they don't get it. They don't watch the video. And some people I know don't watch the videos because they make a point against what I'm saying, but about what I'm saying in the video that I am presenting, and then they make the point in the comment section arguing against me, but I'm saying that in my video. So I say to them, yeah, if you watch my video, you'll see that I'm saying exactly what you're saying. So yeah, I don't know, I guess people are watching but not really watching, or maybe they've got background music on and they're not really listening to what I'm saying. Now, here's another interesting thing that I don't know whether, and believe it or not, I still get messages. I can barely believe that I still get messages about this, but I still get messages about Sir Paul McCartney not being Sir Paul McCartney. Yeah, and I know that I've done so many videos on this, but where this has taken an interesting turn is, and I'm half tempted to make another video about this, but I might not, given the history. But what is interesting is that I get comments from people saying about, oh, but his eye colour changed, his height changed, and then there are some people that have said, oh, so you obviously haven't read this person's book about this conspiracy theory, because if you look into that, there are so many things, that don't stack up, and this is why we think that it's a different person. But and those people that are telling me about these different resources that I should be checking out, those people, they're not understanding that what I'm presenting in my video, especially my last video, supersedes any other evidence, because I'm talking about the venous system, that the vein in his hand is the same vein, and it has been throughout his whole life. It follows the same route, and it's impossible to fake that. Anyway, the interesting point is now that they are talking about, rather than using facial recognition or anything like that for AI, for people's ID, they are looking at AI taking a scan of your hand and the veins on your hand. So it means that the reason that they're doing that, rather than facial technology or face recognition, is because the venous system can't be faked. That is more reliable than somebody looking similar. So this is why I'm tempted to do a video on it, because all of the people that email me are still believing this conspiracy theory, and all of the things that they want me to read. And I know that I don't have to read that. I've already presented the evidence. If I now present that they are looking at this to now be a form of ID, because it can't be faked, it is that unique to each person, that there wasn't really an argument against my last video anyway. But surely now, I say surely, I think the people that do argue against it, I've said that they're, maybe, I don't know what I said, like a can short of a six-pack or something. But yeah, if it's now something that is being relied upon for ID of people in countries around the world, and it's going to be the go-to thing to determine that you are the person you say you are, then yeah, you can't really get more exact than that. That's the proof in the pudding. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. It's just we were talking about troll type things, so I thought I would bring that up because yeah, it's amazing that people are still commenting on it and still commenting underneath that video. Yeah, I'm sure that if you checked out my last video, there will still be comments on that underneath that video that wasn't from like a year or two ago that I made that video. There'll be, you know, relatively recent comments on that video that I wasn't actually even looking at performances. So it was mostly just looking at the vein over the years and the fact that it didn't move and it didn't change. And I mean, it is so unique that there's no other way that you can explain around that. Anyway, I will get the likeometer off the screen because I think we did have another, oh, I can see here, streams working and it's all fine. So yeah, we will see, hopefully. Oh right, I can see that we are back now. So, right, oh, we are buffering apparently in that live chat room. So it disappeared for me. So this time, I guess you people watching the live stream are suffering with the buff signal, well, buffering signal. So I think we are back. My feed is back. Oh, Melchestra says, okay, it's back. We're back. It's fine. So what isn't fine, and I'm going to have to refresh the screen to try and get this. I can't see the viewer activity, which is basically the super chat window, because I think I did see some other donations pop through the window. But let's have a look. I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, oh, Karen donated $2, so thank you for that, Karen. And the message is, Phil, had your haircut, the fringe looks neat. So thank you for that. And yes, I had a trim. I don't think it's really classed as a cut. So the problem that I have is trying to get the right length of fringe because I don't want it really short. I'm kind of leaning towards the longer fringe rather than having it cut really short that looks a little bit silly. So yeah, it's just a trim really to keep the fringe kind of where it should be. But yeah, I think next haircut will probably be in about 6 weeks or 7 weeks, something like that. So thank you for that. As for it looking neat or not looking neat, it's just the luck of the draw, depending on how it's feeling on the particular day. So Mission Syndicates donated $4.99. Thank you for that, and that's a straight up donation. And Kevin has donated $25 as well. Thank you for that, Kevin. And the message is, thanks for your time, Phil. We appreciate your work. So, thank you for watching, and yeah, for the donation. You don't have to donate. It is very much appreciated. But yeah, thank you for checking out the videos and yeah, just interacting with the channel. Now, a big part of the news for what I've been up to behind the scenes, as well as watching the World Cup, is making another authentic vocal video. And this isn't on Wings of Pegasus. You will have to go to @officialauthenticvocal on YouTube to see the video that was uploaded last night. So this is a video of a fully authentic performance, live performance, and it's in collaboration with BBC Introducing in Sussex and Surrey here in the UK. So if you want to check out that performance that I uploaded last night, then you can do. And yeah, you wouldn't have seen it before. It is an exclusive for that channel. It is just very much an authentic vocal video. So yeah, and by the way, it was the Wandering Hearts that were featured last night. So yeah, they were performing Burning Bridges, and they are a UK band. It's kind of like a country kind of folk feel to their sound, so you guys can check them out. And yeah, they're performing fully live in the BBC Introducing Studio, so you guys can check that out. And by the way, we have passed, I believe, 7,000 subscribers over on, I'm just going to check this on my phone to see if that is indeed correct, because it might be close, but I have an inkling. Yes, we have just passed 7,000 subscribers over on Authentic Vocal. So thank you guys for being over there, for subscribing and checking out the videos. And I know that, obviously with that particular channel, we are swimming against the tide of the music industry, and YouTube doesn't really throw the videos out there very much. So if you are subscribed over there, it'd be great if you could kind of check in every now and again. I am going to try and do a video on Monday of next week, and maybe the following Monday as well, because I know that it's been a long time since I've kind of uploaded any videos or done any analysis videos on those live performances. But over on that channel is where you can go to just see genuinely live, authentic performances, live vocals, and no auto-tune and no AI or anything like that. So you can head over to that channel, because what I do here on Wings of Pegasus, as you guys know, I just look at the videos that I've been asked to look at, whatever they may be. I mean, they might be totally authentic performances, but if they are performances that are lip-synced or mimed or using auto-tune live, or a post-pitch corrected, I point that out on the channel over on @official authentic vocal. I won't be pointing out anything other than performance elements and vocals. And like the video last night, I kind of go through the acoustic guitar, we kind of break down a few chords and the technique, because there's loads of technique going on as well. So when the videos just are what they are, we can just dive into them, see what's going on. So you'll be able to check that out over on @official authentic vocal. Now, if you want to get involved with Authentic Vocal and help things to move along, and help me to kind of push forward with it and get things out there a little bit more, then you can head over to patreon.com/authentic vocal. And that's just something that is very much like the foundation of what I do here is on Patreon, like the names at the bottom of the screen that allow me to make the videos that I make on the Wings of Pegasus channel and live stream. Then I've got the same thing in place, or hoping to have the same thing in place for Authentic Vocal as well on Patreon, so that I can just kind of push forward with it, and hopefully in the future not have to worry about trading one thing off for another thing, because this other thing that I'm doing means that like with the algorithm on YouTube, thinking, oh, I've got to make a video here because I can't afford not to, because of the algorithm, and the direct impact on everything that I do. And having the support over on Wings of Pegasus is great, and it really is the foundation of everything that I do, that it allows me to do all of the analysis videos, get through all the requests. But at the moment, over on the Authentic Vocal channel, that's me just trying to do what I can. But I'm hoping that maybe in the future, if enough people are interested in it and want to support it, that it can be something that kind of supports itself and finances itself, so that the people that are passionate about hearing genuine talent and authentic artistry, then we can kind of push it all forward ourselves without having to worry about getting a sponsorship or something like that. And that's something that I'm not really into. Like here on the channel, I don't make sponsored videos. I don't want the Authentic Vocal kind of brand and the whole premise of it to be something that's sponsored by, and as soon as you get sponsored or you get other companies involved, I don't know, I feel like things could maybe be taken in a different direction, and that's not something I want to do. I want to keep it all in my control, in exactly the same way that Wings of Pegasus is, so that Authentic Vocal is me, and everything that we look at is absolutely going through me, and there isn't any other company involved. And this is the great thing about BBC Introducing, is that they're not involved in any way in what I do. They're allowing me to take what they're doing and just present it on my channel, which is great. So yeah, of course, I'm still analysing everything that I do, or everything that I normally do with live performances, as I do here on Wings of Pegasus, but for authentic vocal. So yeah, if there is anything that is tuned or lip synced or mimed, so all of those performances I do run through all of my normal processes. But yeah, the BBC Introducing in Sussex and Surrey, I know that it's all just going to be totally above board and just is what it is. We can enjoy it. So yeah, I'll keep on pushing forward with that as well. Just over 7,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And I think in a perfect world, I mean, there are two sides to this. In a perfect world, what I would really like to have happen on Authentic Vocal is for it to get to the point of being monetized. So it means that the bands that I feature on Authentic Vocal, for example, The Wandering Hearts, I'm featuring one of their songs. So it means that if we could build Authentic Vocal, or at Official Authentic Vocal, into a relatively well-known channel, and people check out these live performances, the artists who are performing will get the ad revenue for their performance on Authentic Vocal. So I think, well, that's a win-win. The problem is with getting monetized, or trying to get monetized, you need to have 10,000 hours worth of watch time over 12 months. So, I mean, that's a lot of watch time. So it means that I think at the moment it might be at about 3,000, and I've had that channel going for about a year. So yeah, it's because we are swimming against the tide. So it means that just watching for a longer amount of time means that we increase the chances within a year, within the next 12 months, of Authentic Vocal becoming a monetized channel, which means that the artists that I feature can get paid for being on Authentic Vocal. So yeah, I think it can only be a positive thing to try and push it out there more. I know that YouTube kind of pushes against it, but hopefully we can keep on getting word out there a little bit and seeing what happens with it. But there is a new video on there, and yeah, you guys will be able to check it out. So we will see what happens in the future, and yeah, hopefully if things can go as I want them to go, we can roll it out to kind of other avenues as well. But even just working with BBC Introducing to begin with is a great start. So and D3230 says, how can they get ad revenue if you're not using ads on the channel? Exactly. So when ads appear on the video, that's when your whole channel is monetized. That's what it's called. So at the moment, Authentic Vocal can't be monetized because it only has 3,000 hours out of the 10,000 hours that it needs over a 12-month period. So let's say, for example, 7,000 people all watched last night's video, and they watched it over and over and over again for an hour. It means that you'd get like, you'd get the video is only 20 minutes, so yeah, they'd have to watch it 3 times over. But let's say they all watched it 3 times over. That would result in 7,000 hours of watch time. And we need to get to 10,000 hours of watch time before the channel becomes monetized. As soon as you hit the 10,000 hours and your channel is monetized, that's when the artists get paid for having their music featured on the channel. So, giving an example, on this channel, Wings of Pegasus, in the live stream, when I play a cover video, the owner of that particular song gets the ad revenue for my live stream because I'm monetized. And that's the way that it works. If I make a video that it gets a copyright claim, and the copyright claim is on an analysis video, that then gets the ad revenue, or the video basically gets copyright claimed, which means that the ad revenue goes to the writer of the particular song that might be featured. But in my particular case, with those challenges, because what I do is analysis, and sometimes I'll play 5 seconds and then talk about it for quite a long time, it means that I'm covered by fair use. So the copyright blocks and things that happen to a lot of other channels that might be playing a lot of a particular song, I do it in such a way that I avoid that as much as possible. But anyway, that's because my channel is monetized. So it means that people make money from the ad revenue, from the adverts that are on my videos. So yeah, we will have to see what happens in the future. But the more people that can go and check out at Official Authentic Vocal on YouTube, the better. Because then it would mean that, if it was really big, I mean, we can but dream. If it was really big, it means that it could be part of the industry now, and maybe the independent industry being more prevalent, and people making an income from their music just by being genuine, being genuinely talented, but just presenting their music authentically and just do what they do and using their voice without any post editing or manipulating from a pitch standpoint. Yeah, if people kind of can make an income from that, I think, that'd be great. That's can only be a positive thing for artists being featured. So yeah, we will see. And and as Rocking Babe says, it's a very definitive line that you have to cross to then become monetized. So, but I will keep on releasing those videos, and they release at 8 p.m. That's British summertime, and it's 8 p.m. on a Monday. That's when I do my authentic vocal videos. So you guys can check me, or check the video, check me out doing an analysis video on a genuinely live performance, and not having to point out anything about pitch correction, auto-tune, or anything like that, or lip syncing or miming. Right, now let's jump into tonight's cover video, which I can see is going to be Carry On Wayward Son. So I will jump into this, if I can find it, because I haven't marked it. There it is, I've got it. So yeah, we'll jump into this, and the battery's looking low on my laptop, but I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock!
Carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. As I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion, I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming, I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Oh no. Masquerading as a man with a reason, my charade was the event of the season. If I claim to be a wise man, it surely means that I don't know. On a stormy sea of moving emotions, tossed around I'm like a ship on the ocean. I set the course for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say, carry on my way. cry no more.
And there we have it. That was my version of Carry On Wayward Son. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, we're at 291 likes. So it means I don't think we're going to hit our target of 345. And we're now into the red of the laptop battery. So we are really low. But what we might do is, if we can make it to 1:15, that's 6 minutes. And I know that, I think Joe, quite a few weeks ago, wanted to see the library fill tune, but we never got that far of showing it. So, and we haven't seen it in a while, so we might jump into the library fill tune and then call things to a close. I'm just going to make sure that we are up to date with everything before I do that. At the moment, it looks like with the likeometer, we're at 293 likes. So, yeah, it was a good effort, but not quite enough. And I'm going to say that we'll be having a live stream on Saturday. So yeah, we'll try and figure out what the target will be then, to maybe have a fill jam. But let's jump into the library as the last action of tonight's live stream. And yeah, hopefully the battery lasts as long as a real life story. And if you don't know what this is, it's a story of my musical past that literally happened. So I will see you guys after this. Rock!
Holy gosh, guys, you will not believe what I have just managed to secure.
What are you talking about? Can't you see we're right in the middle of watching Jeremy Kyle?
Well, I have just managed to secure us as the headline act in this year's biggest and only festival in Maidenhead. On Monday evening.
Monday evening? Sounds like a very queer time to have the final big act of the festival. Well, I guess it must be a bank holiday for the crowds to be there.
I think we should not check and just assume that is the case. It would be great to play to a festival crowd. I'm starting to feel nervous already.
Well, I can't believe we are going to be on the main stage. This is so awesome.
Well, it can't hurt to get our music out to a larger audience and to play on a large stage. It will be a great experience for us. Hello there, I wonder if you can help me. My band are due to headline the Guff Fest and we can't find the venue. Do you know where it is? We stupidly thought we would be able to follow the crowds, but we must be in the totally wrong vicinity. Any ideas?
Oh yes. This is Guff Fest. Are you Phil Henley?
Heck. Sorry. Yes, I am Phil. I do apologize, but I seem to have missed where it is being held. Where is the crowd and where is the main stage?
The main stage, or stage 1, is located over in that direction. Stages 2 and 3 are in the opposite direction, with the acoustic stage just in front of the toilets.
Okay, great, thanks. So where do we unload to get to the main stage? Is the space on stage to have our equipment ready while the previous band are playing? And also, how far away is the field and stage, as I can't hear the crowds and I assume it must be a long walk from here?
Note, the main stage is behind you. If you look on the floor, there is some gaffer tape on the floor running diagonally across the corner of the room with main stage written on it.
Ha! For a second there I thought you said there wasn't actually a stage and that it was just a floor divided into 2 sections depicted by gaffer tape.
That is exactly what I said.
Oh, I seem to have been misled by the use of the term festival. This is in fact just a room with gaffer tape on the floor in 3 corners of the room depicting stages 1, 2 and 3. It also seems to get to the toilets you have to walk directly through the acoustic stage while the person is performing. Not to mention of course the unique aroma that is being generated from behind the stage.
This is the way we set it up every year and it's always worked very well.
How many people do you get on average a year coming to this pub? Sorry, festival.
We tend not to count in numbers as I find them misleading. I hate figures.
Great. Well, I shall take that answer as attendance is minimal. Well, we have 10 friends and family coming down at least, thank ruddy heck.
Do they realize it is £6 to get in on the door?
Holy guff. Are you yanking my crank? How can you justify that entry fee? That means you will be making at least £60 from us alone. And that is before any beverage purchase being taken into account. How much are we getting paid for this gig? Sorry. Festival.
We don't pay the bands, not even petrol money because we are totally out of order.
Well, to be fair, that seems to be common practice these days.
Yes, and also the bands that we book to play are not checked beforehand, so they could be the worst band we've ever heard.
Well, again, at least you are following the common guidelines. So shall we set up now while there is nobody around? Haha. That was a joke.
Okay. Also, we might ask you to turn yourselves down somehow, as some people prefer to watch the television, which we leave on during performances.
Fantastic. Well, do we at least get any free drinks or food? We will be here for 6 hours in total after all.
We will allow you free tap water all evening.
That's absolutely fantastic. For some reason water is something I feel like I need to stay alive, so having it from a tap for free seems like a great offer. Thank you so much.
Think nothing of it.
Oh, I will. Right, I had better get back to the van and tell the guys the good news about the extortionate ticket price, not getting paid, no stage, and no crowd. Thank you for this opportunity and this great festival. Before I leave, I must inform you this has now become the worst day of my life. Bye.
One last thing, while we were talking I could see your car was getting a parking ticket.
That's brilliant. Bye.
And there we have it. That was Guffest and not the library. So I forgot that, I think last time I was on my laptop I did the same thing where I've labelled each one incorrectly. So yeah, Guffest and the library are called the other names. So I just thought, oh, I'm going to let it play all the way through. So it means that, yeah, Joe will be waiting for the library in the future. Maybe on Saturday, who knows? And what I'm going to do after tonight's live stream, like literally in a minute's time, I'm going to relabel the buttons to make sure that they are what they are, or what they should be. So anyway, yes, we are going to be calling things to a close. The battery, yeah, is in the red on the laptop, so we have made it by the skin of our teeth. And let me click on this. Oh, because we had another donation. And this has come through from Deborah and it's £10. So thank you for that. And the message is, recently reintroduced to your channel, quality stuff. Thanks. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching and thank you for the donation. And I'm just going to skip this advert and make sure we are up to date with everything, which I think we are. So we're going to be calling it to a close. And yeah, just to reiterate, I am planning on streaming on Saturday and yeah, videos as normal. So that'll be tomorrow night and Friday night and Sunday night. So look out for those. But we also have the authentic vocal videos, which are released on Mondays at 8 p.m. and that's, yeah, British summertime, Greenwich Mean Time. Just type it into Google and you'll be able to find when that is, where you are. But that'll be released then on, yeah, Mondays. So if you could check that out, it'd be great, at Official Authentic Vocal. And yeah, hopefully at some point in the future, we might get that channel to a point of being monetized, which would be great. But yeah, just getting authentic music out there is a good start in itself. So, right, let's now call things to a close. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night, but I will also be watching England in their first match. So fingers crossed that England do well. We'll have to wait and see. And we're playing Croatia. Croatia quite good, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get a decent result. So yeah, I will see you guys at tomorrow night's video, and as I always say, try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Rock!